My life's
so I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to ask you questions about some of these guys, but I want to make sure the audience knows who all you played with. I've got just a small sampling. Eric Clapton, George Harrison, and we're going to talk about. And I'm going to come back to George Harrison because I want to talk about your Harrison Duran Duran event. Peter Frampton, Aerosmith, Whitney Houston, Bee Gees, Slash, Johnny Cash, Paul Simon, Eddie Money, Chaka Khan, George Duke, Joe Cocker, Stevie Nicks, Christine McVie.
Yeah,
I mean that's just that's phenomenal.
It is, isn't it?
So let's start at the top. Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
Obviously, Greg's played with Eric. Nathan's played with Eric.
They were playing with Eric when I came along, and I got the call, and that's we'd played together on sessions before for Reef Martin. We played together on sessions. We knew each other, but we never played together live like that. And believe me, I'm not blowing smoke up there, but when I say that was one of the badassest rhythm sections that you ever heard. It was you want to talk about putting on a pair of old shoes. When I sit down and play with Greg and Nathan, if I haven't seen them if we haven't played together for 2 years or 3 years, we walk in the room, we sit down, we start playing, and there it is. They're just wonderful.
Well, I'll say this to you and to Tara that you guys spent more time hugging and kissing each other 2 weeks ago than you did recording those songs. I mean, once you got down to the tracks, I mean, those songs were done in minutes.
It's really easy when you play with guys that play like that. Everybody should have a chance to play with people that play like that. If you're a musician in here and you're a young drummer that's just starting out, and you think, oh, I wish I could play with those guys. Well, you can. Just don't think about you. Think about playing with the band, and you'll get to play with guys like Greg and Nathan. And I tell you, it's so easy to do when you play with those guys. They make it look easy. They make it easy for me. And I always give credit whenever I do something. I learned my craft in New York City, working with the Reef Martin, and I always credit the musicians of Local 802 in New York for the musical education that I got, and of course members of Local 47 out here in Los Angeles. I am a union man, and boy, those guys, they really did know. They still know their stuff. We've lost a lot of them now. A lot of guys passed on, but my God, that kind of musician, that first call musician, is really something. When you sit down and play with those guys, they really help you. They really do.
Well, it's incredible. I would say the two things. I saw you obviously 2 weeks ago in the studio, and I saw you guys all together. It was a little bit over a year ago up in Carmel at that jazz festival.
Yeah.
And you listen to a song once, and if people didn't understand that you had such great ears and had such a great technical background, they would never believe you had only heard the song once. It just happens. It sounds spontaneous. I mean, it's just unbelievable how well it comes together.